get that because of how long Kirk has been doing the Kirk playstyle for ONIC and how consistently he's been doing that more.
Yeah.
But there were shades of that as well when Ryota picked up the Yu Zhong last week.
Yeah.
That went out really well for them.
Yes, but even that Yu Zhong did like one or two things good.
It was
always
a different Yu Zhong.
Yeah, it was always a follow through Yu Zhong. Always a, are we fighting? Let me just go like a wrecking ball and then I'm done.
Okay, so you're talking about more like KDA impact-wise for an EXP laner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryota almost reminds, and Ryota's individually great. It just, he reminds me more of a different XP laner than what we're seeing more so in the current meta. He serves a very specific purpose whenever he's playing, and I feel like, yeah, like what Leo mentioned, he's more like this bulwark. He's more like this lineup front tank guy instead of more of the KDA make plays, make setup things that we usually see from Kirk. Now that could still work for ONIC, but I think even when we go back to keep it tight for ONIC, I think myself included, I find myself asking, what exactly does that look like with Severo now though? Because that is a big change for a lot of people that, you know, are looking towards ONIC Philippines now.
Which I was made
Wow.
for.
A total roam mid trio ban for TNC. Roam jungle and mid. While ONIC are turning off the possibility of a Freya swerve, they take away Juicin. Could be a fight for Leomord, Sora, Valentina. But if the Valentina's open, then most likely TNC gets Valentina 1, and then ONIC will have to consider... Actually, no, if that's the trade, just take out the Sora.
And I think ONIC are happy to revert back to Akimi. They can run it back. They can just make it work. They can fix it.
Yeah. So I think with the presence of the Valentina Sora trade, that's really affecting this phase of the draft. They just decide, yeah, Marcel, they're going to open Sora, Valentina. TNT would rather pick up Valentina before the Sora, because as we all know, Val did show up as the EXP lane counter. Actually, even just a general counter against Sora, yeah. It's not direct and it's not like an instant win.
Yeah.
But the fact that the other team also has a Sora,
It's like
sucks.
safe.
Net positive reaction.
Yeah, it's a net positive reaction. Leomord is also still open if they want to.
I would just Val.
Yeah, right?
It's too risky to let it through now.
Yeah. But with the Eve already gone, there might not be a lot of big ticket ultimates that you can steal away from the mid laner unless it's a Jetin or something else shows up. But
there it is.
As you mentioned, it is the best pick right now. Valentina first.
Ride the stone, baby.
This brings us back to, was it season 9 or 10 when Valentina was like
10, 11,
the blue pick to take up? So imagine that, 7 seasons later.
Yeah, she's back.
She's back.
That's when I would never really react to an early Valentina.
Yeah, it's just like, all right.
It
was a whole season.
It's a thing.
Yeah. So now ONIC has to decide if they want either the Hilda or the Khalid, because they're going to be risking giving that combo to Chapel and Storm together, so they're going to be full aggro.
You got to take the Khalid.
Yeah, just pick your poison of which one you want. Either the Khalid or Hilda with you, then paired up with the Leomord, maybe?
Wait, they go Hilda.
Yeah. Khalid ends up going to TNC.
Yeah. Guess they're willing to trade it.
Yeah,
They'll
and
take
Leomord. Yeah. So... yeah, just don't risk losing it. Just pick up the Khalid. It's the safest pick that you can pair with it. You can pick up a surprise gold laner. Early on, take something... reduce Severo's pool, and then you're also going to continuously ban gold laners.
What if Khalid Suyo?
Okay, jungle would be good too.
And then you just like win mid hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking either Khalid Suyo or Khalid Harith. But the risk of putting up the Harith is that the Phoveus is still open for ONIC. If ever, they might pick both, but... I mean, it worked out earlier. Why not, right? It's undefeated still this season.
Wow, 4 wins.
Undefeated?
Yeah.
I didn't realize Harley was undefeated right now.
The clouds are ever shifting, but
And they'll get the Sora. So they take the Sora even though they have the Valentina.
Yeah. So they don't need to lean hard on rushing for the Khalid. The Phoveus still ends up getting picked up for ONIC, so it makes sense why they didn't go for the Harith. They got the better right now, which is Harley.
3 hard procs for the Phoveus.
Yep. So many dashes, right?
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where because of what Benny Cutie mentioned in one of his interviews, he's not picking the Sora. Like, he's not going Sora, it's going to 3 more.
Yeah. This still might end up becoming a... Ooh, Claude for Benny might... Oh, excuse me, for Severo might struggle. So if they're looking for their gold lane pick... Oh, man, with the Harley is really messing up like a lot of the options that I have in my head. Are they just going to end up boiling down to fighter? Or are they... Oh! TNC need to ban out the Harith.
I've been
Because
waiting for too
a red
long.
3 Phobius and there's no gold laner yet for ONIC means red 4 Harith might show up.
Okay. So these
If it doesn't
focus,
get banned
yeah.
out.
Yeah, if it doesn't. This ban gonna be here.
There, yeah.
There it
good
is,
read.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow, Severo's running out of options, man.
He might just go with the Moskov, man.
Fortunately, they have red 4. Like, if they're really down to it, they can lock it in.
Think if there are any other unique picks. If they end up settling with putting Super Prince in. Okay, if this shows up as a red 4 Kimmy, there's still an avenue for Severo to go fighter in the gold or a more unique pick in the gold. There can't be a surprise Lunox pick because Harley will just pop out your brilliance. You're not gonna make the amount of damage you get from Deadly Magic and even
Yeah.
the burst from the Valentina will always beat the damage you can dish out with a Chaos Assault. You're not gonna live that long.
All right, what are these bans gonna be? Still, gold lane gets even narrower now. I really do think we might it might even be better that Severo just gets the
Fighter.
like
Moscow
Yeah.
Granger.
either Moskov Granger or what fighter could he potentially play? Because the Sora's gone, Freya was banned out.
What else is there? CC?
CC might be your best bet for
Decent Shin.
gold lane.
If you're looking for a fighter,
Oh yeah,
if-
actually.
YSS gold, but I'm iffy on the YSS gold because of the Valentina and Hardy and Sora. But they still respect it. Okay.
Lapu
Then,
Lapu.
yeah.
Lapu gold, kind of risky. I think I'm leaning more towards CC, and then you pick up just again a Kimmy.
Is
for Super
today the
Prince.
day ONIC woke up and said, yeah, we're going fighter gold today?
Probably. Because it's even tough to pick up a Ruby here because you have the Valentina on the other side who steals away your I'm offended.
And
Yep.
the Ruby only works as a gold laner when you have like a marksman-ish jungle.
Yeah. Even though Leomord is basic attack base, it's not range.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the Kimmy is not enough of a marksman to warrant picking up a Ruby gold. Plus, you don't even see your matchup yet.
Of the abyss.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, right.
Obsidia, the newest marksman.
Another unique pick right now in week 2.
If you got a buff a little
Yeah.
better in the early game, the recent
Yeah.
patch.
And at the same time, she also scales better with late game as well. So in the similar idea of Claude, wherein she gets stronger with more items, you can definitely feel that.
I'm just wondering if she might potentially get blown up here though too. With
Blown
the,
up?
Yeah, with the Harley and the Valentina, and have a little bit of trouble to maneuver with the Sora across.
I like the intent though. With the ultimate, she's able to like pin down the Harley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Need a lot of physical. I think just go for Khalid Granger or Khalid Moskov.
Let's hear from the crowd.
Oh, they ended up
that's
going for
gonna
the
be
CC
CC.
Gold. Oh, this is a
And then
new one.
they- Okay.
Baksha.
Baksha Rome.
Yeah. Baksha Rome, high invade. You have the Tortoises, Pusans.
A little old school.
Yeah.
It is.
I like this approach.
Is this their potential answer for the Leomord basic attack lifesteal that he gets? Super
Ben-
Friends, I think, get burst would be good.
So Benny won't Sora, but he will CC.
Yeah. I think strong burst for Super Friends, but I think they really are thinking about the Harley. Strong escape. Kagura has always been meh for me, but this they might consider it. Farce is still there, but then there's a Harley, Sora, Baksha, and a Valentina might not be good. Zetian and yeah.
Zetian and Farsa maybe? Yeah, there's a Farsa. All right, Farsa gets picked up. I'm actually surprised with Farsa's win rate right now, man. 20%.
Something had to give. Something had to give.
She was
I
too
think-
good for too
I
long.
think at the last moment, no, just in this matchup
Oh.
alone, ONIC was trying to deny an ult for the Valentina.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, no, but we need some action in the early.
Yeah.
Yeah, they needed that burst, they needed the control, and this is one of the craziest lineup ratings I've ever seen.
9.4?
That is insane.
I know we take some of these with a grain of salt here, but man, I don't think I've ever seen, 9.4.
I am taking this with an entire tub of salt.
Take it with a grip.
A brick?
A grip.
A grip.
If you were Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of salt. That's more than grain.
Oh, and it's a revitalized Baksha too. Oh,
right.
really old school.
So he's playing in the paint.
Yeah. In your face, the revitalize extends the team fights. You sort of soft negate the damage of the heal the burst because you'll just heal back through it. Let's see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes. We jump into the game here. Game 2. Will TNC sweep ONIC Philippines with this draft? Again, you guys can let us know in the comments below. This one's going to be interesting, though, too, just because of the way that TNC is approaching this. I mean, essentially, Chaknu still able to do somewhat what he did on a Marcel in the sense of a vision, and this time he's not able to kind of freeze people in a golden hour, but he's still a threat, even with a Revitalize now on the Spaksha to help heal things up. And then Stome, off of the performance he had in Game 1, we'll see if he can replicate that here in Game 2.
Yeah, so it's Assassin emblem set for King Kong, not the MP the King Marksman emblem for the Leomore that we've been seeing.
Oh, 3 more in Chaknu. Dog pile on Ryota. Ryota forced to push him back. He'll be fine.
I call Super Friends down here. Seeing if they can just delay this take on this EXP crab. Oh, they're going to be fighting for this crab hard.
Oh, wow.
Oh, but Zyd is here. Yeah.
Base escape.
He got it.
Yeah, short delay on the farming pattern, but he's fine.
Yeah. Gets a retreat at the way. King Kong is level 4, full clear up top. Now down to Lizard. Seems like we're going to be seeing a 4v4 for this turtle. If Benny Cutie can get close to level 4, maybe right after this wave, he might join in the fight. Oh, Brusco takes a lot of damage.
Yep, thrown out the Deadly Magics. Fortunately, he will have recovered enough to still be an impact player for this first turtle.
Yeah, did he flicker for that, or did he just run? I'm trying to wait.
Yeah, let's see.
I think I remember hearing a flicker sound.
Yeah, sounded like he did, but even without,
did.
yeah, so he did.
Yep.
Even without that, he's still going to be okay for this first turtle, depending on how he approaches it, because he could just get Deadly Magic again and not having a flicker. He's going to have to rely on running.
Full zone out as TNC secure this turtle. ONIC, a delayed response. I mean, King Kong still pressed the Phantom Steed, but there was no action to be had there. Oh, Brusco, another one gets hit by the Deadly Magics, and not this time. Zyd draws first blood.
As I said, he's had a threat of getting Deadly Magic again.
Yeah, kind of perplexing to me as to why Brusco still decided to move forward. You already saw where they were going.
And no flicker.
Yeah, no flicker. Bro, you have enough information of where they are. You just ended up giving a kill to the Harley.
Yeah. Bit of an unnecessary death there from Brusco,
For sure.
but one of those things too. Again, with Zyda getting an early kill, now you have objective
1v1. Ryota versus 3 more. 3 more flickers in through lightning form. The dangerous 3 more hits it.
Yeah, 3 more has some words also for Ryota. I think after what happened last week, 3 more is looking for vindication.
Yeah, 3 more, one of those XP laners. You see him get a hero like this, he's gonna make plays.
Dude, I can't believe people in my comment section are saying, I don't feel 3 more. I don't feel 3
You
more.
feel him now?
You feel him now?
Again, he's one of those players where if it's a 1v1 in the XP lane and he knows he can take it, he'll take it.
Yeah.
Sometimes even if he doesn't know he'll take it, he still might try to get it.
To be fair to your viewers, last week he did get kind of soft diffed by KLVJ.
Yes. Oh! The Mamba jumps on a
There
3,
he is.
misses him, finds Brusco, gets taken down, Benny scores.
Damn.
Oh no, King Kong got cold feet. He did not push forward.
He didn't. I don't know if it was because the Revitalize was popped and he didn't think he could capitalize on the kill.
Okay, was that discipline or was it more of just like maybe not this time? Not yet.
No, not yet. It's exactly what Icy said, with the Revitalize popped off, and if they were at around 10% health, he might have decided to go for it, but the initial burst of the Revitalize already brought them closer to the 20 threshold and even higher. That would continue ticking. King Kong would have been really greedy trying to get that kill. Still though, that's a warning shot for TNC. That
Oh! They find 3 more, they pop him.
Okay.
They needed that.
Ryota gets his vengeance.
Yeah. I think ONIC just quickly get your purple buff and then now go for this turtle. Look for Zyda's Harley first and then re-engage. See what you can get after that.
The Mamba jumps on a Brusco, has no puissance, goes in on Barbiel, and the Mamba is taken out just like that. Oh, last second puissance. In comes Benny, gets that curtain call out to Brusco and King Kong. Where's the damage? A stolen Phantom Steed forces the flicker out of Brusco. Ryota is gonna get popped here. 1 more hit. He's still alive, relentless, but still gets popped just like that as Zyda secures the second turtle. 3 more once more. Prince flickers, or rather flies under tier 1 in mid.
We have a Harley problem in the league, folks. This Harley pick is
He's unsupervised.
Unsupervised. It affects compositions and team fights way too much. Still though, cannot count out ONIC. Definitely still have the damage. Again, a few warning shots here and there. But it also ended up becoming to the detriment of Brusco and King Kong. The initial curtain call actually was just supposed to latch onto Brusco, but then King Kong ran way too close to him, or maybe Brusco ran way too close to King Kong, that it ended up latching to both of them, setting up those kills and setting up those members of ONIC getting brought down low.
I think one of the biggest things we have to watch out for here is if ONIC can actually get online with Severo. He is farming up. He got that tier 1 up top down. Now he's staying on that bottom side. Potentially going to push this one down too. So TNC will lose some map space to work with because Severo's just knocking these down as he gets it. But also, I'm wondering what the impact will be with the Obsidia once the team fights start to break out, as the third turtle is up here shortly.
Yeah, exactly. Severo had hella space to farm up. So TNC are winning the center, but they haven't really done anything yet to completely disrupt the gold lane. And now ONIC and Severo are still going for it. No, okay, they decided to safely back off. There is still the damage reduction buff on the turret.
Yep, there's a few, like, what is that, a minute more?
Yeah, roughly.
Yep, 7 minutes, give or take. 30 seconds until the last turtle comes up. ONIC yet to taste a single one of them. Brusco playing footsies with Zaida.
Yeah. In terms of the mid lane damage, it's not a huge gap, so TNC still cannot get comfortable. Once it goes into a full 5v5 fight, they have to mark Severo properly, or they're going to regret giving all the space to the Obsidia.
And maybe that's where the curtain call could come in handy here from Benny Cutie, just to kind of help. Also, you still have the Terrify, and of course, Three-Mar on this Sora.
Brusco checks that brush, finds 2 in there. It's Chakno and Three-Mar. Zaida reconsidering the priorities, team fight or turtle. It looks like the call is to engage first. TNC move on over. Chakno with a slight pull.
Yeah, with how ONIC are positioning, this is going to be an easy setup for Three-Mar if ever he can find an angle.
Chakno rolls out, spots Ryota, spots Brusco. King Kong in the Y brush. King Kong waiting for it. Turtle secured here. Three-Mar with an amazing torrent. Finds King Kong. Benny gets killed, and they jump onto the 3. Ryota, Imperial Pursuit, pushing back the rest of TNC. Pays with his life.
Oh no, Severo trying to run too and disengage. They're going to lose this buff here.
Oh no, they push forth. TNT are committing Grand Theft Purple.
Just as I said it, ONIC were positioning way too close. I understand they want to protect Super Prince and Severo, but when all of you collapse that close to each other and you don't watch your spacing, that makes it easy for the Sora to set up over and over again. And Three-Mar was just, thank you, I will take this, and he got that big 3-man setup.
Man, again, I'm left wondering what happened here.
The big Three-Mar setup?
The big Three-Mar setup.
Big Three-Mar setup.
With that torrent, man. It was just placed perfectly. And then you see this, like Severo's just, he doesn't have much space to work with here. And he's trying to get space, but they just get collapsed on. And this is what I was saying is, how's this Obsidian going to work in these fights, these team fights for ONIC? Right now, it's definitely struggling. They might have to look for something themselves.
Yeah, I have to praise TNC for, instead of going for the obvious Khalid pick that we thought they would go for, they actually went up with a Baksha, with a Revitalize. It ended up working out very well for them because you want the front line of the opposing team to go down as quickly as possible so Severo can latch on, go forward, you get an early kill, and then that forces the formation of TNC back. ONIC, with an Obsidia, like to play that front to back. Considering there's a Baksha with a Revitalize now, Baksha does not care about the front to back. He is the front, and you need to back off when you see him.
And he's got, I believe, the Chastised Pauldron, and so that helps deal with the Obsidia a bit. There's a Divine Glaive now for Stome. Zaida, I believe, just recently picked up the Lightning Trunchet, so like these items, these key items are falling into place for TNC. That Power Spike definitely getting there. The Flying Cloud Journey from Ryota. Brusco.
Brusco gets jumped out by Chakno and dogpiled by TNC. Another free pickup for the Phoenix Army.
And Brusco just can't play in this game either.
Yeah. The Hilda just keeps getting taken out, way too strong up front. We might end up seeing TNC get their first series win of the season. It might be a sweep against ONIC. Everything has gone their way. They've ticked their conditions. Even though Severo does have the gold, ONIC doesn't have the front line to hold for their Obsidia, which is why, again, the brilliance of the Valentino pick, Blue 1. Before that, here's a play.
Chakno catches Ryota. A stolen Feathered Airstrike pushes the rest of ONIC back, denying them from tasting the orange. TNC are taking control.
Yep. Severo will push down bot to flow that minion wave a bit. And as I was saying, so there is, in recent trends, if there's a Sora on the other side, if your EXP laner is comfortable with it, you can find Arlots who outplay Soras and actually control the Sora and the opposing team really well during Turtle 1 once the Arlot has the final slash. But the thing is, you couldn't have played Arlot if you were on it because, again, the brilliance of the Valentina Blue 1 pick.
And that's why teams need to either just ban it out at some point or consider what they really want to trade out here, because ONIC has struggled against the Harley, the threat of Harley, and now that you've got a Holy Crystal, you're looking at the Genius One, like he's locked in. Zyda, oh, they're going to start things up again in between
almost
the turrets.
single-handedly forcing responses. A torrent from 3mar, threatens Brusco once more. King Kong already uses a Phantom Steed early on in that fight. Super Prince wailing away, down goes Storm, and another kill for Severo, 2 for him. Brusco falls. Zyda trading blows with his Obsidia. Rihanna jumps in. Severo on the shutdown. A triple kill for the Savior as Benny Cutie falls back. Severo wants one more. Can he get it? The Maniac on his Indonesian Wonderkind.
It's locked in. Welcome home, Stone, but Severo with turn to bone.
Oh man, I was asking when does this Obsidia show up, and it just showed up at the right hour into this game, the right minute. Coming in with a Maniac here, and you wondered, what was he doing farming up all game? Well, there you go. Let's take a look at the replay here.
Locked in, dude. Perfectly onto Storm also. And then it was actually Ryota who ended up capping that off also with the knockup with the Dark Wave on him. So that was a great link up between Ryota and Severo.
Oh man, you see that there too. Even
I can only
Zyda.
imagine the target acquisition. Like, what was the call for Severo? How do they know which one they're fighting now?
Oh man, that is a massive turnaround.
They got blowed up.
They got blowed up.
It's funny because, like, for Severo, the problem is, man, where's my front line? I don't get enough of front line. I am the front line now, says Severo.
Is he not the pressure?
He is the pressure.
He is the pressure. He's the pressure in this game.
But he's also
pressure.
the front line.
Yeah.
He's taken down all these turrets as well, by the way.
Yeah.
So Severo's putting in work, picked up the Malefic Gun, now working on his Rose Gold. Chaknu jumping in.
Okay, finds Severo.
Oh,
Not
he
much
knows.
of a response just yet. In comes the rest of TNC. Chaknu still alive, power and revitalized. 3 more goes to hunting. Then it strike the answer by Prince. Severo falls. Benny finds Brusco. 3 more right out for Super Prince. Finally gets another kill. Puisan goes by. Chaknu softened him up.
No
Down goes
damage.
Ryota.
What?
Down goes Prince, stunned by Zyda. And Benny gets a Maniac. It's a wipeout. The Stone meet the Storm.
Mamba mentality setting up the team. He knew he was there, and they got the wipeout.
They're in the base, they've got minions. TNC find their first win in Season 17, sweeping ONIC Philippines.
I see your Maniac, Severo. Well, I'll take mine, says Benny Cutie.
What a sudden turn of events to end this game. Chaknu knew. He saw that the members of ONIC were too far out and that there were members of TNC ready to jump in and join him before the takedown. Credits to Zyda as well for zoning out Super Princess Farsa, forcing him all the way back, taking him down. What could have been ONIC forcing game number 3 is TNC getting the sweep.
Again, sportsmanship there on stage. It looked just a little bit promising for a moment after the Maniac for Severo there, but man, what a turnaround. And I'll tell you what, man. Chaknu with the move like that, I hope he gets MVP here, because that was a game-saving move there. But the team, again, Zyda on the Harley, performing back-to-back games on this hero.
That was proactivity up the wazoo.
Yeah, proactivity, man.
He literally said, we do this my way or the highway.
Actually, Leo, I don't even know. Chaknu or 3mar. Like, 3mar was so big in this game, too, on the Sora.
High impact. I mean, come on.
He was like 10 mar.
Not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6.
10 mar.
I mean, this was deep play for ONIC, but then after this, they were just caught up top. And it was like one of those slow realizations. Also, I think for ONIC, where they were just like, oh no. Oh, they're coming here. Oh, they're gone.
You know,
Heartbreaking for ONIC because after this, it's like Severo got
Yeah.
his moment, man.
it was one of those things too. I just gotta say, the box show with the flying clouds, man, allowed him to get there. Let's go ahead and throw it over on stage for the winning interview with TNC. Thank you so much, Odin and Denise. And again, congratulations to TNC and congratulations to Chaknu on getting the match MVP. Well deserved.
Yeah.
And I loved his tips there for the Marcel fans out there.
What did he say exactly?
He said, enjoy taking pictures of everybody.
There you go. If that's not a tip, I don't know what is. That should be in the game with the the little loading screen.
Yeah. As Marcel, enjoy taking pictures of
Dash
everybody.
Chaknu so that there's some legitimacy.
Yes.
Yeah. Open and close parentheses, MPL professional player from the Philippines.
There you go. Look at the MVP for game 2 here. Benny Cutie, 7-1-3. Got a maniac himself, man.
Yeah, so, like we were all theorizing about the potential gold lane CC, but hell, it ended up with TNC. It seems like a lot of the things that we expected to end up with ONIC ended up in TNC's hands. The Harley twice now for Zyda, the fighter gold lane. But again, theoretically, this makes a lot more sense. You have a high impact EXP laner in the Sora. The difference this time around is the Sora's in the EXP lane, not your carry in the gold. Benny Cutie as well can quickly rotate with the CC. Plus, even though you don't have what's expected as traditional basic attack, what do you have? Loads of burst damage. Sora, burst. Harley, Valen, CC, they're all burst types, if you would consider it. The curtain call,
Yep.
once you have the Yo-Yo Blitz there, burst. And ONIC, their front line of the Hilda and the Phobius were not ready for that. Hence why for a lot of this game, it was us trying to see if Severo can finally find that time and find that angle. Here they were caught up. Again, the impact of flying clouds and Chaknu just saying, nope, we can do this. What a call.
Yeah, because if it wasn't a box show and it wasn't flying clouds, they wouldn't have been able to get
Yeah.
that kind of setup.
A box show with a revitalized boot.
Yeah, because he was able to buy enough time for them to
Yeah.
collapse down. So that was just a great play on a map that called for it.
For those who want to try this at home, do note that there's very little reason for you to do anything else with a Baksha in Rome besides revitalize.
Yeah.
Don't flicker, don't vengeance,
Don't petrify, please.
don't petrify. It's Rome. So there is a reason for y'all to do this at home. But there is one thing I think Chaknu did very differently that most Bakshas still do today that I think worked very well for him here. He made his economy very efficient. Did not build dominance ice. Look at the lineup from ONIC. Very little reason for you to do so. Instead, rushed the Pauldrons and then fully built the Cursed Helm.
Yeah, they were full aware of their damage profile. They had way too much burst to even consider healing through all of that. Majority of the time, even if you have spell vap, whatnot, you have taken so much damage already from the Harley that you're not getting health back. All the damage you took from the deadly magic will just burst and kill you down anyway. So yes, it was fantastic itemization from Chaknu to go down the chastise, late armor out.
And it's funny because you saw the way that happened for Benny Cutie with the MVP there. And maybe that's why, he